This is always one of my greatest fears.
Oh,
there it is. All right, so I'll reference, I just want to show everybody where to find our school improvement plan once we get to that part of the agenda. Take an agenda and pass one on, please. So one of the requirements for Title I is that you have an annual Title I meeting. So hence the annual Title I meeting today. The first handout that I have for you, and I'm not going to go over these handouts word for word. They're basically just informational for you. We'll just kind of highlight what's on there and kind of hit some high points. And then if you have any questions about any of the information that I give out, I would encourage you to shoot me an email or stop in whenever it's convenient for you. This first handout is just kind of it's an overview of what a school-wide program is, how you become a school-wide program, and then more importantly, the components of a school-wide program. Before last year, Riverview was targeted assistance, which I have another handout that will kind of compare the two, but now instead of being targeted, we're school-wide. So with that, we need to have a comprehensive needs assessment, school-wide reform strategies. We need to have highly qualified teachers, ongoing professional development for our teachers, principals, as well as our paraprofessionals, strategies to attract high-quality teachers, increase parental involvement. We have to assist in the transition between preschool and the 5-year-old kindergarten. We need to include teachers in decisions regarding the use of academic assessments. And the biggest one for me, I guess, would be to provide effective and timely additional assistance for our students. And then we need to coordinate and integrate federal and state and local services and programs, which basically is putting everything together to support each other. The second handout would be that comparison that I referenced. And again, I'm just going to highlight a few. I'm not going to hit all of these. I'll wait for everybody to get a handout. So the first thing I would highlight would be under the student selection. We're not required to identify particular children as eligible services as eligible. We serve all children in the school, but the lowest achieving must receive special attention. So when it's targeted, we used to look at data and say, okay, these kids qualify or require Title I services. We would only send compacts home with them, and we would only give services to those particular kids. Now, and then a component of that would be any money that we spend has to just be spent on those kids for a targeted program. With a school-wide program, every child is considered a Title I student. So that means when we're spending money, last year we were able to buy smart boards for some of the regular classrooms and things like that. Supplement, not supplant. Title I funds must be supplementary, but they may fund any types of services. So that means we cannot purchase things in place of like our core curriculum. They have to be extra. They have to be supplementary. Education program. School-wide plan must govern all activities, all school activities. So I will go over the school-wide plan in a minute. That's a big portion of what we do, that school improvement plan. The eligibility, we must have a poverty level over 40%. Right now we're at 49.45%. Staff responsibilities and assignments. No comparable provisions due to no distinctions between staff paid with title funds and those who are not. All staff support the school-wide program, and there is no label of a Title I teacher. So all of our staff, whether you're a reading specialist or a third grade teacher or a librarian, they're all Title I teachers for a school-wide program. Again, it's anything that we purchase, any of the services that we provide have to be supplementary, and they cannot supplant the services that students are currently getting. The parent involvement, there's a right to know provision, which basically means that parents are allowed to inquire about the qualifications of the teachers and the paras that are teaching their children or working with their children. And then also with that right to know provision would be informing parents of each student's level of achievement on state academic assessments, which we do when they take the WKCE. We send home personalized results for that assessment with each child. And then the professional development piece is we need to be providing high quality ongoing professional development, as I mentioned before, for our teachers, paraprofessionals, as well as principal. We do that on a district level. Right now, all of the elementary teachers are being trained in the science of reading, and we also do that at a building level. We're constantly doing technology trainings. We trained all of our staff in EpiPen for safety reasons. It's every staff meeting we're touching on something to help move the staff forward. Any questions about this document? The next thing is the comprehensive needs assessment, and that's a 33-page document that I did not print off for everybody because it would have been a semi-load of paper, but I'm going to show you where you can find it. And you can kind of see what all is in that, the school improvement plan or the needs assessment, and that is written in conjunction with the teachers as well as myself having input in doing the work for that report, or for that plan. So if you go to our, oh heavens, this whole on here. All right, if you go to our school website and go under school information, our school improvement plan is right here at the bottom. And this is a plan that we update every year. We try to make it as current as possible. It is absolutely a work in progress. We have some goals and some action steps that we're working on, but I'm constantly modifying and adjusting those action steps to make sure that they're accurate and realistic for what we're trying to achieve. This is exactly what's on the agenda. Within this document, you can find our vision as a school, research-based factors related to student performance, our beliefs, our vision, and our expectations for learning, as well as our school profile, which is it's basically just a snapshot of where our kids are at as far as their performance and the effectiveness of our instruction. Also our school and community context, and then our targeted areas of improvement. And then towards the back of this document, you'll find where we've identified there's gaps for student performance, and then our improvement plans, our improvement goals with an action plan. So I would encourage you to reference this document, and then if you find any information that you have questions about or you would like further explanation, give me a call. The next item is the parent involvement policy, which we need to have, and we, up until tonight, did not have. This would be a draft of the parent involvement policy. I put this together with my colleague, Michael McMahon. So I would encourage people to take this home and have a look at it. If you have any questions or you would recommend revisions, anything that you would like me to, that you would recommend be fine-tuned, please, by all means, I would love to have your opinion on that. Number 4, ways parents can be involved. One of the elements, or one of the requirements for us is that we just kind of have to articulate to you ways that you can be involved. So I've listed a few here, or a couple. PTO, volunteering in the classroom. PTO is a perfect avenue for this because they're constantly recruiting, whether it's for one of our family events, whether it's to hang art in the hall, to organize our book room, to work in 4K. The 4K PTO recruits for 4K for that first week of school. So there's countless opportunities for parents to be involved, and it's not all just sitting one-on-one working with kids. And I would encourage you to stop in by me or see Jill if you're interested in being a volunteer. And then finally, number 5 is the right for parents to request regular meetings to discuss the education of their children. So I need to make it very clear to you that as a parent of a Title I student, because all students in our school are Title I students, you are afforded the right to have a meeting with me basically whenever you feel you need more information. And it's interesting that this would be written into the statute when that is just good practice, and that's how I've always operated. But I do think that it's good for parents to hear that it is absolutely your right as a parent to request a meeting with myself or with your child's teacher. Any questions? Thank you.